today the tutorial is the Pattern of Friendship card, which says, thinking of you brings a smile to my face. I love this. And my niece and I were crafting yesterday. She used some of the things that we created the other night with this tutorial, and especially these die pieces, which I'll show you. So the Pattern of Friendship is a bundle. And this is what we made with it last time. We didn't actually use the die part. We just used the stamp. And my niece really liked this card. So she made one of these for her friends. And then she made one of these for her mom. And she's already taken those with her. But that's what I was doing yesterday. I was crafting with my niece. We were going to go live. But we never made it to the live stage. But we did do a lot of crafting together. And I love when she visits because she's very into it. So anyway, let's get started. I am the Papered Chef. This is my Card on Blue Card Club. It's a monthly card club. You can subscribe and get the kit. You can follow along on YouTube. And you'll get lots of tutorials, video tutorials each month from my YouTube channel. And when you get a kit, I send you the pieces. So let's use some of those pieces, shall we? The delightful, let's see. Hold on. The name of it, here we go. Let's get it. The Floral Delight Designer Series paper. And the Floral and Gingham Vellum Specialty Designer Series paper. That was one of the parts of your kit. So here's some things you were, let's see. You also had the other paper here. This is the other paper. Lovely Garden. So we'll be doing that in a different tutorial. Hopefully right after this one. Let's see how this one goes. We're just going to power through it because I've already put this stuff onto a piece of paper so it would be quicker. So I wouldn't have to write out as many measurements. So let's talk about this card. This card is a very simple 1, 2, 3. Well, actually, this is going to be 1 because it's the first layer you put down. This is the first layer. It's going to go onto the Lemon Lolly card. Then you're going to have the second layer and the third layer and the fourth layer. And then a piece of ribbon. So it's just a very simple card. So let's start trimming up what we need. The first piece is going to be your typical 5 1/4 by 4 inch mat. So we've already know about that. You know, that's a layer. All right, this is the Lemon Lolly card, so that will go on here. And we're not going to attach it yet because we'll cut the pieces and make sure that they fit perfectly right. We have a little 1/4 inch margin around the sides, so we're doing well. Now you're going to take this piece, and you're going to make this piece and this piece the same height, but this one will just be wider. So we want to take, this is a piece of vellum, and it's going to be 3 inches wide, right? And it'll be going down like that. Okay, so it's going to be layered like that, and then you're going to take another piece and hide it back there. You don't quite have to use 3 inches. It's just that you have a lot. You have a lot to use, so you can use 3 inches. Now this piece, I think I would like this side of the flower showing more. So we're going to take 2-inch piece of that, and we're going to have it layer. Okay, so it's going to look like this when we're done. Okay, it's a simple card. I've used this technique many times. Just a layered 3 types of designer series paper. Now, the only thing about this piece, since it's vellum, is you want to make sure the adhesive is back there so you don't see it. Okay? So we'll go ahead and layer them up. We want to make those 4 inches in height. So everything, I'm sorry, not 4 inches. Oh my goodness, what am I saying? 5 1/4 inches. Let's put on my glasses here and make sure I'm on the right line. Okay, see, now this piece is not quite as big as the other, so I do need to trim these a little bit smaller. We weren't as quite into measurements. Now that is the actual measurements, 5 1/4. It's just that this piece is a little smaller. Just so happens to be. Now, I could just see if I can use this background instead, and then we can compare. That's what we might do. Instead of trimming those shorter, I think I might just use this as a background and just try it with this, and we'll compare how it looks. All right. I'm happy. I mean, it would look so pretty just like this. You don't even have to even put that other layer on there. It's so pretty as it is. So I'm going to go ahead and put some adhesive on here. And we're just going to put it down on the side so that the part sticking out does not have adhesive under it. I like to use my paper trimmer or my Simply Scored tool to help me line up elements of my cards. Okay, so that's good. This is layer 1, this is layer 2, and now this is layer 3. Okay, I'm going to put that like so. Oops. Sometimes it sticks really quick before you get a chance to line it up. Sometimes you gotta be careful because this is seal plus adhesive, and it is strong as can be. So once it sticks down, it's like hard to get back up. All right, so that's good. Look at the back, make sure nothing's sticking out. I'm happy with that. Now we're gonna put a piece across. And that would be 4 inches times 1 inch. And we're just gonna put that. It could be 1 1/4. Let me just see if it's 1 or 1 1/4. I can't remember what I did. So we're gonna go. Yeah, it was 1 1/4. Okay, I guessed right. So we have 1 1/4 by 4 inches. And we're gonna put that across. Then we're gonna wrap a ribbon around it. The ribbon is your little gold ribbon that was included in your kit. So take out, it was a catalog survival kit. Take out this piece. It's called Gold Stripe Mesh Ribbon, and it was in your card club kit, and it looks like that. Some of you got some extra ribbon. You got 3 kinds of ribbon. Some of you got 2 kinds of ribbon. You only need 2 kinds of ribbon for this month's card club, but my mom, because she's been sick, she hasn't been able to do some ribbon, so rather than me doing them myself, I just gave you extra ribbon from other kits. But it had the ribbon you needed plus some extra. So some of you got bonus ribbon. All right, so we're going to put that across. And then we're going to put the ribbon, the gold mesh ribbon, which I just love sparkle and bling. Okay, I have just a little piece of it left because we're using it on a lot of cards. So what you want to do you get the tape off of it, is lay it. You want to put a little piece down here because that's where the smile, thinking of you, smile piece is going to be. So you can put the adhesive under that, but don't put adhesive under the ribbon because again, you don't want it to see through it. It's see-through ribbon. Put adhesive in the back. Instead of trying to cut the ribbon to fit the card, I always wrap it around. And then people go, oh, how'd you do that? It looks so straight. It looks so even. How'd you get it to end up on the sides? Well, I actually didn't. I just wrapped it around the back. All right, so there we go. And we go around and around and around. And you just look at the little ridges, see. I'm telling you, that stuff sticks really well. And it looks good. And then you just double check that it's, opening the right way, that your flowers are going the right way. Like in this particular case, it doesn't really matter because the flowers can go in any direction. Okay, I think it's centered pretty well. And then we're going to push it down. And we're going to now take this and attach it. I've already done these stamping. And I can show you how I did that. But I just want to put the card together, give you the measurements, and then I can show you how I did that. Because I was trying to do something while my niece was making the cards. I made her do all her own stamping, and then I was like, then I'll do some of my stamping. And I was explaining how you make a lot of cards at once. It's a lot easier. Okay, now you can put these little lemon lolly. Get your adverbs here. Look, you see this little, these are called, what are they called? Tinsel gems. They're called Tinsel Gems 4-pack. So you can put some of these lemon lolly ones on there. Or you can do the green ones. And in this case, I'm just going to add some bling because I don't have a lot of the tinsel gems left right now that are not already like accounted for in a kit. I still have 1 kit to send. I'm waiting on them to pick a prize too. So I'm just going to go and put a few rhinestones on here. Rhinestones also came in your kit. So there. So add some bling to your card. Easy peasy, put a little piece inside. That's 5 1/4. All right, before we talk about the other cards, do a little stamping. I'm just going to write the measurements here for layer 1, 2, 3, and they were actually layer 4. All right. I got this ready, so I wouldn't have to do as much writing. So we have layer 3, and then we have a layer. All right. There's also going to be a layer 4, which is also DSP. So layer 4. All right, so let's talk about this card measurements. The card itself is an A2 card, and you're going to make it by cutting your cardstock 11 inches by 4 1/4 inches, and you're going to score at 5 1/2 inches. You're scoring a lemon lolly card base. This is part of the April 2025 Card on Blue Card Club. Now then, you're going to cut your first layer. It can be the old olive piece like I did for my sample. It can be this little piece here that's sort of a neutral color. That layer is going to be 5 1/4 by 4 inches. Once again, layer 1 is 5 1/4 by 1 inch. By 4 inches. That is going to be cut out of the Floral Delight Designer Series paper. The next thing you're going to cut is your vellum piece. You don't have to quite use 3 inches, but I like using 3 inches because it helps me line it up easy. Cut 5 1/4 by 3 inches of vellum. 5 1/4 by 3 inches of vellum. The name of the vellum is Floral and Gingham Vellum Specialty Designer Series paper. And not only do you have that cute little pattern, but you have this cute little pattern in the vellum package, and you also have this nice little gingham piece in your vellum package. The next thing you're going to do is cut another piece, and you're going to cut that 5 1/4, but this time by 2 inches, and that is also your Floral Delight Designer Series paper, as is your layer 4. You're going to cut this little piece of gingham like this. It's going to be, layer 4 is going to be 4 inches times 1 1/4 inches. The ink is going to be lemon lolly and old olive. And then you're just going to go ahead and die cut. So if you want to get any of these products, they're all at my website, my Stampin' Up store. Oops, there we go. I'm going to tilt that so you can see my store. Be sure to, when you go to my store, sign up for my newsletter and get notified when we have sales and things. Like recently we had free shipping day or for a couple of days. We have other sales coming up. We have catalog launch. We have specials for joining Stampin' Up. So, I don't know what the special is yet. So I just know that we always have one. So just come and join me. Join my newsletter. Get notified of things. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm taking these little shapes. I'm just going to lay them here. And we're going to take a stamping block, right? This is for the lemon lolly to ink up the edges. You use a blending brush. I cannot get rid of this tape no matter what. It just keeps on sticking to it. I've got rid of it now. So stamp, when you're inking up, just put some of the ink onto your stamping block and then dip your blending brush into the ink. Tap, tap, tap onto your glass mat and ink up the bottom of your shape. That's it. Do it again. In fact, since I have a little bit of ink left, I will go ahead and do it again for something else. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and do one of these big ones because I have a lot of ink on there. Okay, tap, tap, tap. That just gets that first blob of ink off of there. And that's it. I just like to keep, you can see how nice and clean my stamp pads are, and how they don't get damaged ever because I don't put lint in them and brushing them and touching them. Instead, I use the stamping block, which doesn't hurt them, and then I, put some ink on it, and then I do this. Okay, so that's your dimension. You always want to do that for dimension. You could do it on both sides, one side, the sides, the top and bottom. You could do a different color on the other side. I just call that inking up your sentiment. And then we have, for your sentiment, we're going to do Thinking of You Makes Me Smile. And that's back in the stamp case. So we'll just go ahead and mount that onto a block. Okay, it's going to put it flat side up. Mount it onto a stamping block, tap, tap, tap. And you're going to get a sticky note and just test it out. Okay, that came out really nice the first try. So if not, you're going to, ink it up, get it to come out really nice, and then you're just going to stamp your sentiment on there. Oh yeah, came out nice. I just re-inked mine, so it's kind of dark compared to normal. And now that I use Old Olive and Lemon Lolly in combination, I have all of these sentiments that I can use with all of my cards. They go with everything so well. This one is going to be good for this one here, Joy and Laughter. Let's see, that might still be mounted because my niece was using it. So we'll just do a happy birthday on that one. Because the Joy and Laughter one, I think I washed it. It's like in another room because she was using that one. And I don't know what. I hope we have it. Hope we can find it again. You know what happens when you craft with kids sometimes? And it's happened to me a lot. Like they think the photopolymer stamps are like stickers. Like, no, that's not a sticker. I need it back. It's not a sticker. She knows. Her name's Heidi. She's been crafting with me for years already. So when you re-ink up your stamp, sometimes it's a little uneven because like the ink is darker on one side of the stamp than the other. We'll see how this comes out. Oh yeah, it came out nice. All right, so you get the idea. These are really friendly, big, easy to read sentiments. That's kind of what I go for when I'm choosing stamps. Stamp sets. If it's not easy to read, not really sure about it. So that's it. So those are your measurements. Take your screenshot. I showed you how to ink it up. And then I'm going to show you a couple variations as I say hi to you guys. Hello, Bpree. Nice to see you. Hello, Michelle, again. Hello, Brooke. Livakari from Florida. Hope I said your last name right. Hello, Caroline. A YouTube channel member of mine. Awesome. Okay, I put the vellum wrong. I'm not showing the flowers. How can vellum be wrong? Not really sure what you mean by put it wrong. Okay. Do you mean the wrong side? I don't think so. No? No, the vellum is definitely the shiny side is up. Okay, but anyway, I'm not sure what you mean by not showing the flowers. Oh, you mean because I covered it up? Okay, not really sure what you mean, but remember, crafters, no wrong way to do things. Just a preference. I mean, I guess there is a wrong way to do things because you could put things upside down. Like had I mounted this like this, I would call that wrong because now my sentiment's upside down. But not being able to see the flowers. You're talking about like you can't see these flowers? Is that what you mean? Because those flowers are just as cute as these other little flowers. But yes, I see what you mean. Maybe you could say like it's wrong in that we have a better way of doing it. Like you could show different patterns. But you have a whole sheet of it, so you could do whatever you want with your kit is what it is. Hello, Jean. Hello, Phil. Hello, Elaine. Rhonda from Maryland. Thank you, Elaine, for reminding people to click the like. I appreciate you. Hello, Luis. All right, so let's do this. We're going to show you, yesterday I showed you, I'm not going to do it again. I'm not going to die cut this again, but we use this die, and those you saw me use it, and it's the Pattern of Friendship die. So it's the die that you save 10% when you purchase the stamp set and the die as a bundle. Okay. So this, you said, okay, we put it through. It looked really cool. And then you're like, okay, put it through again the other way. So here's the result of that. Okay, I put it through both times, like one time, and you get the little texture, and then I put it through again, and that's the background. So I wanted to show you that card. So I used the similar pattern from the cards we made yesterday. We made this card. Well, this was our actual card. Okay, I hope you got your screenshot of that. We moved this. This was our card from yesterday. I call it a panel card because we had the panels showing and little flowers. And then this was a variation of that, which my niece really liked that one. So we made a few cards at the same time. It didn't take us that much longer. It was very easy to do. And when you mess up, you just Like this one, I messed up this. I did it crooked, so I cut it and made it into a little rectangle and did the little bestie, and that worked out well. So those are some samples, and then these are what we made today. This is another. This is actually a variation of that card, except I just turned it the other way, and instead of putting another panel in the middle, I wanted that embossing to show through. Okay, and then here are the ones we made tonight. So those are your examples of pattern of friendship. I have a couple other pattern of friendship cards, or not pattern of friendship. Let's see, Connie McLaughlin. These are other things made with the Designer Series paper called Floral Delight Designer Series paper. Okay, so this is a card from Connie, and then this is a card from Yvette Lopez, little pinwheel card. So here's a couple of samples. And then if you want to come back around and watch my next tutorials tonight, we are going to be making something using the lovely garden paper. After I clean this up, and I'm going to get out new inks to go with it. So we're going to do fresh freesia for the inking up, right? And we're going to be using the blueberry bushel because it goes with this, right? We got the blueberry bushel and fresh freesia cards. So this is what we're going to be making these at the same time because they're very easy to make. So you'll be also using ribbon in one of your cards. And this card is the same as the card we made here. I mean, it's the same. It's a panel card, except this card goes this way, right? It's a horizontal card. You're going to be making a vertical panel card. And the difference is you'll be adding a little ribbon. And then this one's just another easy card design. So get your supplies ready and hope to see you again in just a little bit. So I hope you enjoyed this simple, easy card tutorial. And you got the measurements. And I'm going to be writing the measurements again for these two cards too, so it'd be easy to just take that screenshot. Thank you all for watching. This is the Paper Chef. Have a great evening.